Well, guess what? The rumors were true, and we got to see the new FF16 trailer at Sony's State of Play, and the trailer was amazing. I did a recap of everything FF16 a day before, and you can have a look at it here. And in the video, I did have a bunch of questions, and thankfully, some of them did get answered. Well, sort of. Let's break down the trailer.
Who are we? What are the dominants?
The trailer starts with Benedicta Harmon. Well, remember this lady? Yeah, now we know her name. And that she's also a dominant, possessing the Icon of Wind, Garuda.
The power we wield, it wears
I don't know much about you all, but this is giving me some Attack on Titan vibes.
away at our very being.
I'm pretty sure this means that there is a price to pay for becoming a dominant. However, we still don't know how a dominant is chosen, or how the power of the Icon is awakened.
It breaks us, it unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The Eikon.
There's going to be another war, isn't there?
That's Jill Warwick and young Clive. She thinks that there's going to be another war. With whom, it is not yet clear.
Every day.
I think this is Clive and Joshua's father, or at least someone in charge of Rosaria in some capacity, and that he is either referring to the Blight or some other impending event.
The delay brings us closer to disaster.
From what we have been shown through the trailer, it seems that there is no party system, and the battles will include cutscenes in between. At the very top on the left, we can see perks. Once activated, I think they would probably light up. There's a sword, which probably refers to attack, a person that might be, I think, defense, a clock that might indicate haste, a potion which might indicate healing, and a paw print, which I think might be berserk. Right below it, we can see icon symbols which indicate that Clive can channel icon-like powers in battle. We can see Phoenix and Garuda here, but later we'll see that there's a third icon up there. Another thing to note is that this seems to be like a boss battle, because later we'll see that Clive is fighting regular enemies and it looks completely different.
We must move now.
This is the war that I think Jill was referring to earlier. We can see Joshua riding into battle as well, though it seems that he's a bit reluctant due to his kind nature. Here we have a regular battle taking place. Bottom left shows that you can activate items using the D-pad, and the bottom right shows attacks linked to the various buttons. Square will be a regular attack, X makes you jump, triangle is icon related magic, and circle is some equipped icon ability or move. I'll talk about that R2 in the center in a bit. Another thing to note here is that there is no Phoenix symbol at the top left, even though Clive is using Phoenix's abilities. Since the battle director is Ryota Suzuki, we can see that there is a lot of Devil May Cry similarities in the battle system. We can see the attacks performed in the form of some sort of a battle log. Landing different types of hits gets mentioned here, and there might be some experience boost depending upon how well you perform in battle. I believe there will be a lot of battle abilities, especially if there isn't going to be a party system in this game. This is the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. It appears like a dragoon is walking up towards the throne area.
The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valasthea.
On the right seems to be some spoiled brat, and on the left is maybe the Emperor, the so-called living incarnation of the one true deity.
Into the abyss.
This might be one of their leading generals, and I strongly feel that this person will have a change of heart somewhere along the story. Now this is a better look at the battle system in play. You can see that there are 3 icon symbols now, and by using L2, Clive can switch between them, and this also changes the UI at the bottom right. Garuda's attacks change when Clive switches to Titan, which brings about his attacks. Pressing or holding R2 opens up new icon abilities that can be performed with square and triangle. You can see that after Clive uses Garuda's Wicked Wheel, a green circle appears around it, which indicates that there is a cooldown time before it can be used again. Right below Clive's HP are 3 bars, which fill up whenever he successfully lands attacks. I think this has to do with special attacks and abilities that are separate from the bottom right ones. Every time a bar fills up, it turns from blue to flashing orange. The stagger system from FF13 and 7 Remake makes its return here. The yellow stagger bar can be seen right below the enemy's HP bar. Staggered enemies allow you to go on the full offense for a certain time before they recover. But there is something else to notice here. The icon equipped is Odin, and there is another circular gauge right below the icon symbols, which did not show up for any other icon before in this trailer. This gauge fills up as Clive goes on the offensive with Odin's Gungnir attack. Has this got something to do with Zantetsuken? There's a lot more going on in this battle system, I'll tell you that. Also, Odin is dark elemental.
I unite the dom.
Ah yes, and there's this scene in FF16. There's a reason why it's rated M for mature after all. Any guesses who might these two be?
That we may bring.
Now this is really unique. Like I just said, there's more to the battle system than we think. I've been playing Final Fantasy games long enough to know that Shiva doesn't cast thunder attacks. And somehow, Clive here is using Ramuh's attacks after freezing up this coral, with Shiva equipped. It could be that you can equip different accessories that allow you to use abilities of other icons. What's your guess? Here we see something called the Gambit counter. Is this some reference to FF12 Gambit system? Or is it just a counter named as such?
And found a new order.
The stagger bar seems to be divided, and it seems that the enemy gets staggered when you reach halfway. The battle log also says deadly takedown like it did earlier.
To see us unto tomorrow.
This indicates as though there's some attack being planned on the Holy Empire. Then we see a battle, which seems to be the same battle from the Awakening trailer.
If I take the field.
This is Hugo Kupka, the dominant of Titan. We saw part of this scene being played out in the Awakening trailer.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword?
In the Awakening trailer, this old guy was having a talk with Benedicta, and Hugo can be seen standing at the back.
Our duel will
Here he moves in and makes the old man sit down. After all, he is a very influential member of the Dalmatian Republic Parliament.
break the island to its foundations.
Okay, we know that dominants can turn into icons, but it seems that there's another form that they can take. Here, Hugo seems to be utilizing his power in his human form. This also seems to imply that Clive acquires the blessings of Garuda and Ramuh before this fight. In order to get the blessings of the icons, maybe he needs to battle them and prove his worth. We can also see here that he is level 27 but has only one blue bar below his HP. But earlier on in the trailer at level 26, he had 3. These edits might have been taken from 2 different playthroughs. After all, the director did mention that the game is fully playable from start to finish and they are optimizing it. Again, this scene is from the Awakening trailer where Shiva and Titan fight it out, but it looks so much more polished and so much more refined now. This also means that the Dalmatian Republic will fight it out with whoever possesses Shiva's dominant, unless she's acting on her own behalf. This is so gorgeous, Bahamut and Odin. And I predicted before, Odin is in the game and he hails from the kingdom of Valoed. Ifrit and Phoenix are fighting here, but Ifrit is being referred to as the Icon of Fire. The Icon of Fire then uses his ultimate attack, Hellfire, and completely decimates Phoenix's HP. It would seem as if this is where Joshua's tragedy comes into play. Another thing to note here is that Ifrit has battles throughout the trailer with various other icons. There is a theory that Clive is Ifrit's dominant. I'll talk more about it towards the end of my breakdown. And here, Ifrit is fighting against Titan. Could this be right after Clive and Hugo duke it out, but then turn into their icon forms? Here Ifrit battles against some unknown icon, but look at that damage. This could be some late endgame boss or some hidden boss. Ramuh here can be seen in all his glory. I wonder who is the dominant. Shiva can be seen casting diamond dust here on liquid fire. But look at the top left. Shiva isn't even equipped. This means that either Clive can call upon other icons in battle, or they take part in battles alongside him at some point in the game. Garuda tears off Ifrit's arm here. Again, Attack on Titan vibes, I'm telling you. I'm sure icons can regrow their limbs over time.
There will be losses, it is true.
Back to Bahamut vs Odin, where we can see that the kingdom of Valoed is at war against some unknown nation. Not sure yet who Bahamut belongs to, but I do have a theory that some realms might possess more than one icon. We will have to wait and see when more information becomes available.
Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
This narration from the Holy Emperor of Sanbreek seems important. It seems he is least bothered about the world concerns, maybe talking about the Blight or some other event which probably doesn't mean much to him, and he believes strongly that the Empire will live on even afterwards. We then get this awesome montage of Eikons and some of their respective dominants. Okay, so now this is very important. See this Ifrit? This one has red eyes, and I believe he's the one that attacked Joshua when he was in his phoenix form.
Awaken, child of fate. Awake.
And at the very end of the trailer, we see a blue-eyed Ifrit attacking another Ifrit, which is probably the red-eyed one.
Ifrit.
Maybe this is the one Clive was referring to at the end of the Awakening trailer.
If it's the last thing I do.
So there are two Ifrits, and the blue-eyed one might even be Clive. But if Clive is a dominant of Ifrit, I need to know more about how he can still acquire blessings from other Eikons. Is this what the entire story revolves around? A dominant capable of acquiring abilities of other dominants? Has this got something to do with the Blight? We need to know what the Blight is and if it affects humans or dominants or even the Mother Crystals. We need to know what it is and what it does. Well, I can't wait for summer 2023. This was an amazing trailer. There is still so much more that I want to know. I'm going to rewatch this trailer and see if there's anything that I missed out. What do you think? Share your thoughts and findings in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please do hit that like button and support my channel by subscribing. Your support means a lot and drives me to make these videos. I'll be posting another video soon about some of the other information that was revealed through the official FF16 website. Until next time, see you soon.